study from Climate Central shows that spring is warming nationwide, including right here in Maine.
Weather Authority meteorologist Emily Santam looked into the data and joins us now with more.
Okay.
So interesting stuff. You know, we are now in meteorological spring. It began this past Saturday on March 1st, and it will go all the way through May 31st. So Climate Central, that we just talked about, is a nonprofit organization of scientists and journalists that found that 97% of the 200 plus cities analyzed saw spring warming in general. And I have the graphics right here. There that is, right there. So we all saw all that spring warming. The Southwest saw the highest temperature increase, with a temperature average increase of 3.4 degrees, which is actually a lot. Now, spring warming in Portland did or was included in this list with an average temperature increase since 1970 of over 2 degrees, which is a lot. That's the temperature average, so you would need a consecutive amount of days which temperatures were above the normal. In other locations like Bangor also saw warming, so not just Portland. Bangor was a little bit cooler with a temperature average increase of 1.7 degrees, and Presque Isle up near Caribou also saw a temperature increase of about 1.5 degrees. So the average temperature so far this spring, starting off very cold, 23.6 degrees. That's our current average meteorological spring temperature in Portland. The normal is 44.5 degrees. So hopefully we'll get this number will go up after today and tomorrow.
'Cause Sunday and Monday were frigid.
And today and tomorrow in the mid to upper 40s. So this number will definitely rise. But I will say that 2-degree temperature increase is a lot.
Significant.
It's a lot, and I don't think you usually would realize that too. And I will say, just going off to today and tomorrow, 80% of all the locations that were analyzed by the U.S. saw at least 7 more warm spring days. We saw 14. So there were 14 days, I guess, an increase of 14 days since 1970, which temperatures were above the normal. So that means that the temperature average for today would typically be 39 degrees, and it's 50. So it's all those days where temperatures are like 10 degrees above the normal. We're seeing more and more every year.
It does feel that way, I have to say.
Yeah, and I mean, when you talk about 50 degrees in March, I mean, that's not, I mean, is it something we're used to?
Really, over the past couple of years, we're getting used to it because we're seeing a lot more of it. So get ready for a lot more days in which temperature is 10 degrees above the normal. Kind of like, I mean, today and tomorrow definitely above the normal, but those 30s that we saw, that we've been seeing near normal, and then we start off very cold at the beginning of the month, specifically this past Saturday and Sunday specifically. So it's definitely on the increase, especially as we make our way throughout the rest of the spring month. So
yeah, it looks like next week we've been talking about Tuesday, you know, kind of looking at that being in the upper 40s, maybe around 50.
So that would be considered one of those extra warm days that we'll be seeing. So the spring is getting warmer.
Yeah, but with those single digits and teens, it grounds us.
Yes, and
just a friendly reminder, you live in Maine.
And that also drops the temperature average too. So we'll have to see what it's like. We'll check back in on this periodically throughout spring, but by the end of the May month, we'll see really where we stand.
Right. All right, Emily, thanks. Very interesting.
Well, if you have any weather-related questions you'd like to ask our Weather Authority team, you can always email us at weather@wgme.com.